Okay, so this is a template. Okay, this is like bare bones, the very minimum that you need. I would highly suggest looking at other people's menus, so you can add in some imagery, perhaps. Maybe you shift some of your stuff up and not have these big spaces, and you put some images to fill the void or whatnot. But this is the very, very basic. You're going to go to File. Oops. Remember this, 4 horizontal, 1 vertical. Remember that for me, okay? You're going to go to File, New, and you're going to do a letter 8.5 by 11 inches. Food truck menu, okay? CMYK color and 300, and that's it. You only need one artboard, and you're going to go ahead and hit create. Then we're going to go over to this tool, okay? I hold down left click. It's usually the line segment tool. I'm going to go to the rectangular grid tool. I'm going to click once. I need 4 horizontal and 1 vertical. Yours will not be set to that because yours will have a default. This is not the default, okay? 4 horizontal, 1 vertical dividers. Unless you know you have 9 or 10 items, if you have 9 or 10, then you need to up this to 5. If you have more than that, all right, you keep upping. Got it? 8 divided by 2 is 4. We have 2 columns divided by 2 is 1. Okay? And we have this lovely little column system. Okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and pull that down. Now, this is just lines, okay? So I can move any of these anchor points, okay? I can just click on the line and I can move these. So if one of your words is a little, or descriptions is a little bit longer, move it. You can always move them down. They don't need to be evenly spaced because we know your descriptions aren't going to be all the same length, okay? Mine is, like I said, a very, very, very loose interpretation of that 2-column menu and what sizes. It's the bare bones. Up here should be your logo. So if your logo's bigger, right away, move it all down. Moving on down. There you go. Okay, and you can get there and there. This is in one layer. Okay, this is in a layer by itself. And once you get it all drawn, all right, I would go ahead. I don't know if I'd lock it down because you're going to be moving it a lot, but you are not going to do your type in that layer because eventually you are going to turn it off. Okay? I don't know where mine is. I don't know where it went. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I just accidentally deleted it, but that's not very smart. All right, so don't be like Mrs. Fitz. All right, so then I'll be able to turn off, but it's the same thing. Okay, then your titles. Okay, so let's go to design. Okay, so we have a 2-column system, a 3-column system, and a multiple column system. Okay, they all have their purpose depending on how many items you have. Since you don't have that many items and you need to change and update it quickly, the 2-column system is perfect for us because we're not going to add all these bells and whistles. You can add a little bit, but you're not going to do too much. Okay, now on your 2-column system, we do not center a line. Okay, we will left align and we will right align. So when I look at that, I'm left aligned over here, and then I'm right aligned over here. And I will show you how to do that very briefly. Okay, then, there's no description. Okay, that is no good. So this is a lovely 2-column, and exactly what I'm talking about is pushing your stuff down. If you can fit your 4 things on one side and 4 things and have a lovely symmetrical composition, that is wonderful, but there's no descriptions, so that's not going to work. Okay, this is almost there. Okay, we have a logo. I don't really care if it's center aligned or not. I just think it makes sense for us to be center aligned with our logo, but our text is not center aligned. Okay, we have a lovely super family here. Our title is in a heavier font weight. The body text is in a lighter font weight. We have a description. Okay, we have a left align, and we have no hyphens, which I will talk about right now. You do not, and I repeat, do not need to add the price to your menu. Okay, you do not need to know that right now. Over here, okay, we're almost there, except that the titles are aligned to the center. We are going to align everything to this right line guideline over here. Okay, so let us get started. Or I can just kind of show you this. Okay, that is a text box. Okay, this is just a description. Once again, when I click once, I get a title. Okay, when I hold down and click, it fills it with lorem ipsum. Mrs. Fitz, how did you know where to put like your margins? Okay, you need to put a guideline at 0.25. 0.25. I don't really care about the middle too much. All right, right now I really don't have any use for it because I'm not aligning things to the middle. Okay, so Control R will save your butts. Okay, here's half. Half of half is right there. And you can zoom in for this because you will be shocked that you do not actually get it right. It's been a little finicky. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to throw another one, 8.5 and 8.25. There we go. Okay, now I can align everything to that. I know my title should be larger. Okay, and consistent. I also like the idea of possibly small caps for that. Okay, and I know that I should be having some sort of super family. So I'm going to go back. You already have this on your branding boards. There we go. Let me find you guys a better super family. No, I'll use Arial for lack, okay? And then Arial, and we'll do Arial regular, Arial narrow italic, narrow bold. No, we'll just go regular, okay? And there we go. All right. What I was saying maybe you copy this then, right? But what's the difference if you put one of your words in there and then copy and do it, right? What's the difference? It's up to you. All right, let's talk about left aligning and right aligning, okay? Paragraph is right here, okay? We actually want this one right here. This is going to justify with the last alignment to the left, okay? I already have it there. All right. And then I will copy this over and I will show you what that looks like. And then on this side, we will justify with the last to the right. Okay, and you will see that right there. Here. Okay, and that is how we are going to do this. I think right now I might put a 1/2 inch margin between them, maybe even a little bit more depending on it. If you need a little bit more breathe room, if you realize you're like, Miss Fitz, that just looks awful, I need a little more space, or I have a lot of space in between because my descriptions aren't descriptive enough, which is bleh. Okay, and you will start to notice that you have to go back. Oh, I designed on that layer, didn't I? Oh, I hate myself right now. Hate myself. Okay, use your direct selection tool. You're going to have to move these lines down, okay? And whatever. This is just a guide. This grid is just a guide. This one might go a little bit longer. They might become kind of stairs, and that's okay. Last but not least, I don't want hyphens, okay? So when you click here, right here, all right, here's paragraph. Paragraph is right underneath. So we're going to use these right here. Justify. That's what we're using. And right here is hyphenate. I hate hyphenate. That looks hideous. It looks, bleh. It's just bad design. We go here, we turn off hyphenate, and it'll get rid of all of your, this one's already off, turn it back on, sorry. Okay. Oh, why won't it, there we go, jeez. Okay, so make sure that you have hyphenate off for them, that everything is nice and neat and aligned. You're using the space. Okay, questions on that? Once you get all of your food and stuff laid out, your descriptions, your titles and whatnot, Okay. I would, how would I do this for you? Because you have different items. Start with that. Start with that, and then we can always go from somewhere else. Make sure you're researching. The biggest things I'm teaching you guys on this is a 2-column grid with alignment. Do you see all these little hangers? Okay, that's because it needs to be justified. See how nice and blocky that is? That is the look we want. Okay, I do not want to see this. I do not. That means you just left aligned. You did not left align with the you did not justify. And so you might have to clean that up. Okay? Questions on that? Anything to go with that? All right. So you have to do the vanilla work first, and then you can go ahead. And at the end of this, you can always just Control C, create a new layer, Control V, go back to this layer and delete this one. If you accidentally do what I did. All right. Which is kind of not very bright, but it's the end of the day. All right. And then just drag that one down. And there you go. Okay. Questions? All right. So that is going to be on Tuesday when I get back. It is not the expectation for it to be done, but you should be pretty further along. It should be